And then definitely I think the key thing everyone has to remember from an IP perspective or from a signage, more from a signage perspective actually, is that the Charter of French Language is really to ensure that the signage is predominantly in French. And so the key thing is how to ensure that you're meeting those requirements. And so I think François mentioned it is two of the key ways of doing is when you have the font size, if you're talking about posters, for example, you have the font size 2 times larger in the French version than the English version, or you have 2 times the number of French posters than English posters. So that's one way of tackling that. One other point I mentioned was sometimes people ask about the French. Is there any requirement that the French be Quebec French, or can we use French from France, or can we use French from Belgium, or pick any other francophone speaking country? And actually, the law doesn't say anything about that. So I think the game plan is to try and just ensure that you have your products and documents available in French. But obviously, from a reputational and legal risk, depending on what the product is or what the contract is, you want to make sure that maybe it's more Quebec French in certain situations, because obviously otherwise you can end up finding yourselves in a situation because you might have used words that are more common in another jurisdiction than in Quebec. But for general types of situations, it's fine to use any type of French.